Yeah, so I've got the old grasseroonie cooked today. All the shite's in there. There's a bloody spider lives in there. Yeah, so in essence, what I'm trying to create with the Hollybush picture, I thought myself I had more pictures taken of the outside of the Hollybush. I'm sure I took a lot more. I'll have to have a look because I took various pictures of what was, when we went through into the car park, of the car park itself, of the rear where the smoking area used to be, near the back door. And I'm sure I took various ones of the outside. I mean, this really is a mystery. There's hardly any pictures of the exterior of the Hollybush pub in Elstree Village, which is now, I'm led to believe, a daycare nursery, or was a daycare nursery, called Little Raccoons. That was my little sanctuary, was when I was down there, was a Hollybush on Elstree Hill North, or top of Elstree Hill, because obviously there was Elstree Hill South, which went towards Edgware and all that, and Elstree Hill North, which went in a direction of St Albans. Obviously turned off towards Bourne Wood, which obviously was Allen Lane. But I'm going to have to somehow train the chat GBT, whatever it is. Like I said, what I'm trying to get is us kind of like in the distance, stood as if we were across the road. So the point of view of the photographer is a bit of the road and the pub opposite side. I want us to be at the opposite side of the road in correct ratio, not like shoved right in front of the camera, obscuring the certain majority of the pub, which was a sanctuary when it was open. I missed the Hollybush. So it's going to be annoying having to type in all the bloody description all the time. But oh my God, I tell you something. This AI chat GTB or was with Samsung, is that Gemini. What you can create is good potential, but it's bloody scary. You can create a picture which could destroy somebody and it looks real, but it's fake, because some people will obviously use it for dodgy means. So I've got my phone on charge at the moment, so I'm gonna let that. I did a bit while it was on charge, but I don't want to do it too much because that can cook your battery. So I've switched off mobile data, I've switched off internet, I've switched off everything, Bluetooth, anything that I don't need on. So let it charge 100% and then unplug it, obviously. But I think this is my project to you, Mr. Horn, is because you probably knew already, but you can add multiple images, and it obviously extracts the ones, it blends all the images together. I didn't know that till today, that you could do 2, 3, 4 pictures and you give it what you want it to do and it does it. Because obviously I'm quite a greenhorn when it comes to creating AI images, but like I said, in the correct hands it's not too bad. It can create memories that never existed, pictures that were never taken of a place which is not what it was now, but trying to like throw yourself back in time. But like it's kind of like what we're trying to do is merge the past and the present and the future of a pub which is no longer a pub, hasn't been a pub since probably 2011 or 2010, when Paul Hussein left the Hollybush and went to the then Shooting Star on Rosington Avenue in Boreham Wood. And I don't think the pub ever became a pub after that. And that was a crying shame, especially when you see the architects walkthrough on YouTube showing, like I said, it all basically, a lot of it stripped out. You know, obviously the jukebox gone, the pool table gone, the ornaments and the fixtures and fittings on top of the oak beam massive fireplace, which was where the pool table and jukebox was, and the passageway to the toilets. And then you had the main bar section, and then that bit, which, as you found an old picture, was actually an archway to the original. Probably at the back would have been stable blocks. Obviously later on they filled that in like a mini extension and put a new car park on the side of it, which is how it is now. So we were sat in the bit which wasn't part of the pub originally. It was like an arch drive-through for horse and carts, but obviously they filled it in, and there was those lovely settees with that stringy lighting. But that's where we were sat when you went to the Hollybush for the first time, and I think Judy Lowry was doing the karaoke. And then I was all like, oh yes, karaoke, brilliant. But then I lost my nerve, and I was sat there for the majority at night with one bloody ticket. Then eventually I put it in, and then you filmed me, unbeknownst filmed me, murdering the theme tune from Minder. But the way you were stood, because obviously you were trying to be covert, you were like behind the speakers, so the sound is a bit muddy. But I think initially I was a bit cheesed. You know, I was a bit pure Edam, but that melted away pretty quickly. I thought, no, it's capturing a moment in time. Like today, 16, 17, is now Sunday, the 19th of April 2026. I've got little Tommy here. Go on, Tommy. Come in. Tommy. Somebody's still got bloody cement mixer on. That's that noise you can hear in the background. Is not someone cutting the lawn. It's someone with a bloody cement mixer. It's been on quite a few hours this day. So anyway, I went both of us to work on this project, but we had to give ourselves little projects to use ChatGTP, using archival pictures of ourselves and maybe subjects around Bournemouth and London and Elstree. But I've somehow got to learn ChatGTP, whatever you call it, to get the correct ratio. I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be like, you know, right at the back. Like, this is the pub door behind me, for example. But obviously, if the shot was taken from the other side of the road, on the opposite footpath, and you just got the pub right in, we should be a little bit smaller, not like that. I want it to be like that against the pub door. But it keeps on prominently putting us at the front, and sometimes totally obscuring the pub by at least 70%, if not more. But I'm going to leave it at B for now, because like you say, it can become a bit obsessive. Oh, what else can I do? What else can I do? Then you're tapping away description, create movie poster, create TV posts, and it can get a bit much. But and obviously, if the problem is, well, if you use a picture where maybe the person's side on, it kind of, I think it tries to create as near as what the picture should be. But obviously, sometimes when you look at the finished image, the person you want it to be, because it's obviously trying to guess, because they ain't got a full-on picture, frontal one. They're trying to guess what it would be, because maybe the angle's not quite perfect, and then sometimes looking, you think that looks not like me. Anyway, I'm gonna upload this into the Bournemouth group. It is a bit of a slow burner, the Bournemouth group. I can go sometimes weeks without even putting a picture from my own and both our own archival images from 2009 to 2011, for 2010 for yourself. I've still got plenty of pictures on my own Facebook profile, including a lot of the ones that you sent me via Dropbox when all this furlough bollocks was going on, COVID time. But for the next flesh, I would recommend Prince's chili con carne. Like Prince's mild chicken curry, you're not going to expect it to blow your ass off, but it was, for a budget chili con carne out of a tin. It might not be the Michelin star rated version, but it's pleasant. You know what I mean? It's pleasant. It's never going to win any appraisal by Gordon Ramsay or Michelle Roux or something, or even Mary Berry, but it's all right.